What's up, guys? This video, the point of it is very simple. We will be watching SKT T1 Faker, the best player in the world, play Lissandra for the first 10 minutes just to study his laning phase. I want to make this one where I don't talk much and simply point out things that are notable that he does differently than others. The point of it is to study from the absolute best, so you iron out any bad habits that even some challenger players do without knowing it. So yeah, that's it. Let's go. First things first, they all come out base very quickly and then they just sit there. Interesting. Let's speed this up. Standard leash. Alright, here we go. Interesting. He used his Q to last hit there. That's interesting because you want to conserve mana usually. Okay, so he queued there intentionally to push up the wave. Interesting. So he's definitely not spamming his Q. He could definitely push up much harder, but he's definitely controlling the wave. Okay, that right there, he pushed up and hit a Nivea at the same time. Two birds with one stone. Yeah, his Qs are definitely the push up. That's interesting. He doesn't want to be pushed to the turret. So he's very clearly controlling the wave. He could definitely push harder, but he's not. He's just balancing the wave. Interesting. He's just last hitting now. What's interesting is when he can, he tries to use his Q to push up and hit a Nivea. That's something I don't do. Still auto attacks to last hit. Occasionally he'll auto attack to push up. Wonder if he counts the wave. Interesting. That's a weird place to ward. I don't know why he would do that. Maybe that's a mistake. I'm very confused by that ward. Why would you... He's definitely still pushing up, despite knowing that... You know, despite a Nivea knowing that he screwed up with his ward, and knowing that there's a jungler. So I think he's just going to push up and back. There's no way he would stay. Why are you staying? I don't get it. What are you going to do now? Wow, that was good. See if you could get this. Wow, that was incredible. I think what was incredible about it was that he E'd and W'd in. I wouldn't have even thought I had that kill pressure because the wave was so pushed up. And yeah, I don't use the stun like he does. At least not as clean as he does. I wouldn't have known I could just E in and then use my W to stun there, which would have been enough for Graves to come in. Again, in the low elos, I don't know if Graves would be smart enough to flash in to kill the person there. But this is the high elo, so I guess, again, the takeaway is that I think you should as a Lissandra, you should be able to understand that you can play aggressive enough to E in and W, even if the wave is pushed up, if you want to stun and go for all in there. So I'm also very surprised at the the amount of damage Lissandra can do at an early level. The Q has like a less than 2-second cooldown, so I think that's where the damage comes in. Interesting. So he decided to go with the trinket gold per 10 seconds item, which is usually a support item. So he's going here. Is it to gank or to ward? Oh, it's the gank. It's very interesting. He's always calculating. I think what's notable here is, okay, yeah, he used his E to just gap close. I find that interesting. It was probably because they already went in for the kill. Also, you could just tell that he's always looking at top and bot lane like every 3 seconds, which is something I don't do. He's just constantly checking for chances to gank. Let's see here. He went Ignite, which is interesting because a lot of Lissandras go teleport. I'm guessing it's because of the lane matchup. He knows that there's kill potential here. Interesting way to play. So I just watched the LeBlanc game, and he always pushed up too. Then I played this. Oh, jeez. Wow. That's an aggressive flashing. That was... He was not even... Okay, I would say he was like 40% HP. If even. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. He was maybe 50 to 60% HP, not even halfway. So he knows his kill potential really well, and he flashed in for that. I would have not thought that was possible. So he understands his damage really well. So I would say I would be more aggressive here, and I have to make sure I have the right runes and masteries too, which is not a problem. Interesting. I would not have thought to do that. What's also interesting is I mean, he's aggressive, but not overly aggressive. He pushes up the lane, but at the same time, it's not constantly pushed to Anivia's turret. He only does that when he kills them. Interesting. And he did let Anivia push for like the first few levels. There could be like a ton of micro stuff going on here I'm unaware of. Like maybe Anivia has high kill potential level 3, but then dies off level 4, which is why he lets him push. I don't know. That stuff I just don't know. That could clearly be the case here. Every matchup's different. Okay, we have 2 more minutes and then that's the end of this video. Again, we're just studying the very early game. Interesting. Why would you pink ward there? I find that incredibly interesting. The places that he wards is just incredibly peculiar. I think it's because those are the weird places that junglers gank these days at the high elo. Yeah, that's probably why. So now he has blue. I want to see how he plays differently with blue. Yeah, so you can spam the wave really easily, clear very quickly, and then just start roaming. But all of his, there's no really gank potential. I mean, bot lane, yes. Both lanes are pushed, but top was MIA. Okay, yeah, he's going in for the bot. Notice how he's not using E to gap to get there faster, because E has a really long cooldown, like 18 seconds. So now he uses E to get closer when he's already in range to stun. He didn't use E while walking closer to them in the river. That was a failed gank, in my opinion. Was that worth the lost time in lane and also to let Anivia go top? Interesting. I mean, This is all stuff to consider. Like, was that worth the lost CS, the lost experience? I don't know. Let's see here. Ooh. Interesting. I don't know why the camera's still panned here. I want to see what Faker's doing. I don't want to see what Top's doing either. Fuck this shit. So Faker seemed to have just cleared the lane and then gone mid again. Cleared, upgraded his trinket, got Ionian. That was a very interesting thing to do. Okay, let's play that back. That's very interesting. Look right here. Anivia is 100% HP, and yet he goes in here, ults immediately, cuts him down to half HP with the Q and the, I'm guessing the W as well as the alt. This is, I don't think he even knows Graves is nearby. Let's rewind that. Yeah, so Graves, let's see here. Yeah. Graves was very far away here. He was definitely not going in because of Graves. Or was he? Oh yeah, he was. Graves pinged he was on his way. Okay, I see. Graves pinged that he was on his way. So he ulted, did this, flashed over, beautiful. So yeah, that was because Graves pinged. He was smart enough to initiate. Yeah, I studied the entire game previously, and of him, Faker versus LeBlanc as Lissandra. He's very ballsy with his ult. Like, he will ult immediately, even at 100% HP, if it's a AD carry or AP carry, especially if his team's there to back him up. So he's just, this was the same way he played versus LeBlanc. He just pushed up the wave constantly, because he clears he clears the wave very, very fast, and it's non-mana intensive. So he went to gank there, didn't see it, and I'm guessing he should recall here. He throws out his trinkets. The trinket is also good in identifying where your enemies are. I don't know why he would stay in lane with yeah, he's very low right now. I don't know why he would stay here. Anivia could kill him if he's out of position, but again, it's tough. Yeah, he should back here. So yeah, I just want to study the laning phase. Let's speed it up a little bit. Okay, that should do it. Laning phase is almost done. Let's just see what he does. Interesting. Wow! He went in immediately. That was incredible. So he initiated with his trinket to slow, immediately went in, stunned, ulted, auto-attacked, like literally as soon as he went into lane. It's like a play. Wow, he really understands his damage potential. That is incredible. He played off the fact that he was coming into lane from base, so he was out of the fog of vision. So he went straight into lane, slowed Anivia, E'd in. That was incredible. He W'd and then E'd out, stunning the Elise. Wow, that's so good. And then he just keeps pushing up. And he knows when to use his W to stun. It's always very instant. Yeah, that's about it. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe.